1965, the cabin was occupied by Sri Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami, whose age was listed as 69 and who was taken on board bearing a complimentary ticket with food. The Jaladata, under the command of Captain Arun Pandya, whose wife was also aboard, left at 9 a.m. on Friday, August 13th. In his diary, Srila Prabhupada noted, "The cabin is quite comfortable. Thanks to Lord Sri Krishna for enlightening Sumati Murarji for all these arrangements. I am quite comfortable." But on the 14th, he reported seasickness, dizziness, vomiting, Bay of Bengal, heavy rains, more sickness. On the 19th, when the ship arrived at Colombo, Ceylon, now Sri Lanka, Prabhupada was able to get relief from his seasickness. The captain took him ashore and he travelled around Colombo by car. Then the ship went on toward Cochin on the west coast of India. Janmashtami, the appearance day of Lord Krishna, fell on the 12th of August that year. Prabhupada took the opportunity to speak to the crew about the philosophy of Lord Krishna and he distributed prasadam he had cooked himself. August 21 was his 69th birthday, observed without ceremony at sea. The same day, the ship arrived at Cochin and Srila Prabhupada's trunks of Srimad Bhagavatam volumes, which had been shipped from Bombay, were loaded on board. By the 23rd, the ship had put out to the Red Sea, where Srila Prabhupada encountered great difficulty. He noted in his diary, rain, seasickness, dizziness, headache, no appetite, vomiting. The symptoms persisted, but it was more than seasickness. The pains in his chest made him think he would die at any moment. In 2 days, he suffered 2 heart attacks. He tolerated the difficulty, meditating on the purpose of his mission. But after 2 days of such violent attacks, he thought that if another were to come, he would certainly not survive. On the night of the second day, Prabhupada had a dream. Lord Krishna, in his many forms, was rowing a boat and he told Prabhupada that he should not fear, but should come along. Prabhupada felt assured of Lord Krishna's protection and the violent attacks did not recur. The Jaladutta entered the Suez Canal on September 1st and stopped in Port Said on the 2nd. Srila Prabhupada visited the city with the captain and said that he liked it. By the 6th, he had recovered a little from his illness and was eating regularly again for the first time in 2 weeks, having cooked his own khichdi and puris. He reported in his diary that his strength renewed little by little. Thursday, September 9th to 4 this afternoon, we have crossed over the Atlantic Ocean for 24 hours. The whole day was clear and almost smooth. I am taking my food regularly and have got some strength to struggle. There is also a slight taking of the ship, and I am feeling a slight headache also. But I am struggling, and the nectarian of life is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, the source of all my vitality. Friday, September 10. Today, the ship is flying very smoothly. I feel today better, but I am feeling separation from Sri Vrindavan and my lords Sri Govinda, Gopinath, Radha Damodar. The only solace is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, in which I am tasting the nectarine of Lord Chaitanya's Leela pastime. I have left Bharat Bhumi just to execute the order of Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati in pursuance of Lord Chaitanya's order. I have no qualification, but have taken up the risk just to carry out the order of His Divine Grace. I depend fully on their mercy so far away from Vrindavan. During the voyage, Srila Prabhupada sometimes stood on deck at the ship's rail, watching the ocean and the sky and thinking of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Vrindavan Dham, and the order of his spiritual master to go preach in the West. Mr. Pandya, the captain's wife, whom Srila Prabhupada considered to be an intelligent and learned lady, foretold Srila Prabhupada's future. If he were to pass beyond this crisis in his health, she said, it would indicate the good will of Lord Krishna. The ocean voyage of 1965 was a calm one for the Jaladutta. The captain said that never in his entire career had he seen such a calm Atlantic crossing. Prabhupada replied that the calmness was Lord Krishna's mercy, and Mrs. Pandya asked Prabhupada to come back with them so that they might have another such crossing. Srila Prabhupada wrote in his diary, "If the Atlantic would have shown its usual face, perhaps I would have died. But Lord Krishna has taken charge of the ship." On September 13, Prabhupada noted in his diary, 32nd day of journey, cooked bhati khichdi. It appeared to be delicious, so I was able to take some food. Today I have disclosed my mind to my companion, Lord Sri Krishna. There is a Bengali poem made by me in this connection. This poem was a prayer to Lord Krishna and is filled with Prabhupada's devotional confidence in the mission that he had undertaken on behalf of his spiritual master. An English translation of the opening stanzas follows. So stop here for today's reading. We see that the greatest challenge of Srila Prabhupada voyaging from India to USA and the kind of um, difficulties he goes through during the journey in the ship. No matter what, he has that symptoms, the journey sickness, seasickness. He keeps his motivation, thinking that only his aim is to deliver Sri Chaitanya's message, Chaitanya Prabhu's message. And he kept uplifted by reading the nectarine of instructions and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings. So this is one thing which we can also um, take up for ourselves when we are facing any challenges or any difficulties or any kind of and down. So one we can adopt of going through this Chaitanya Charitamrita's teachings and nectarine of instructions. Um, and we also see that Sri Krishna had come in his dream to assure that he will be not impacted and he should continue his journey to fulfill the mission. So when one has a strong faith in Lord Krishna, no matter what, Krishna will deliver them. So let's go.